Lagos buzzes with life. Yellow buses jam the road. Vendors shout. Smoke from roasted corn fills the air. In Surreal's chaos, every face hides a story. But tonight, one story will shake everyone's heart. In the heart of Lagos, a young boy dances barefoot on dusty ground. His red shirt is worn, his shorts torn, yet his spirit burns bright. Every step, every spin is filled with fire. He isn't dancing for money alone. He's dancing for hope, for a chance to be seen. A worn straw hat rests on the dusty ground, scattered with a few naira notes and coins. Behind it, blurred feet move in rhythm, every step telling a story of struggle, survival, and silent dreams. Children gather around the boy, clapping with pure delight. Their clothes may be torn, their feet bare, yet their laughter shines brighter than gold. In their joy, the dusty market feels alive with hope. Through the crowded street, a black SUV moves slowly, its polished shine reflecting dust and chaos. Vendors pause, eyes fixed in silence. The sudden presence of wealth cuts through their daily struggle. Inside the SUV, a wealthy man watches calmly through the tinted glass, his gold watch glinting. Beside him, his fragile daughter in a wheelchair gazes outside, her wide eyes caught by the rhythm of the dancing boy. Beneath the cold concrete of a Lagos bridge, the young boy curls up on worn cardboard, a thin torn blanket his only shield from the night. The dim streetlight flickers weakly, casting shadows on his fragile frame. Beside him, his straw hat, once filled with coins from strangers, now lies empty. The laughter of the day is gone, replaced by silence and hunger. Yet in his dreams, the rhythm of his dance lives on, giving him hope that tomorrow may bring something more than survival. As the sun rises over Lagos, the streets burst to life. Vendors arrange bright fruits, children dart between stalls, and the smoky scent of suya fills the air. Amid the rush, the boy drifts barefoot through the chaos, his eyes heavy from a restless night. Each step is slow, carrying the weight of hunger and fatigue. Yet even in his weariness, there is a quiet strength, a rhythm within him, waiting to break free. The city may not notice, but his story is only beginning. Inside the grand mansion, silence fills the room. The young girl sits quietly in her wheelchair by the tall window, her eyes fixed on the garden beyond. Golden light brushes her face, yet it cannot hide the sadness within. Surrounded by wealth but starved of joy, she feels the weight of loneliness pressing on her fragile heart. She watches life outside, yearning to be part of it, unaware that fate is already weaving a path that could change everything. In his towering Lagos office, the billionaire sits wrapped in a white agbada with golden threads, the vast skyline gleaming behind him. To the world, he is power and success, a man who commands respect. Yet as he stares out through the glass, his face carries the weight of sorrow. No deal, no fortune, no empire eases the ache within. Behind his serious eyes lies a father haunted by helplessness, knowing his daughter's suffering is the one problem he cannot solve with wealth. In the quiet of her room, the young girl clutches an old photo frame, her fragile hands tracing the smiling faces from years past. Her lips curve into a faint smile, yet her teary eyes betray the ache of longing. The soft glow of light wraps around her, painting the room with warmth and memory. For a moment, she drifts back to a time when laughter was easy and steps were free. But reality presses close, reminding her of what she has lost and what she still dreams to find. On the battered yellow Danfo bus, the boy leaps, twirls, and dances with abandon, his bare feet kicking up clouds of dusty Lagos earth. Below him, children cheer and laugh, their eyes wide with admiration and delight, clapping in rhythm with his every move. The sunlight bounces off the faded bus paint, illuminating the joy on their faces. For a few precious moments, the weight of hunger, struggle, and the harsh streets disappears, replaced by the uncontainable energy of freedom. Each spin and jump tells a story of resilience, of a spirit unbroken by circumstance. In the vibrant colors of the city around them, bright kiosks, fluttering fabrics, and bustling markets, the boy becomes a living beacon of hope. Passers-by pause, drawn by his courage and joy, reminded that even in the roughest corners of life, the human spirit can dance, laugh, and dream. The mansion courtyard sprawls wide and grand, its polished marble floors gleaming under the soft afternoon sun. Tall palm trees sway gently, casting patterned shadows that dance across the water fountain at the center. Servants in vibrant Ankara uniforms move gracefully, attending to their duties, their colorful attire adding life to the serene luxury around them. Every detail reflects wealth and order, from the intricate fountain carvings to the pristine walkways. Yet amid this opulence, a quiet tension lingers. The courtyard is no longer just a symbol of wealth, but a stage for unexpected encounters. The boy, newly invited into this world, steps cautiously onto the smooth marble, barefoot against the cold stone, eyes wide with awe and nervous curiosity. Each sound echoes: the splash of water, the soft shuffle of servants' feet, the distant hum of the city beyond the gates, blending into a moment of wonder and anticipation. Here, in this luxurious space, the ordinary and extraordinary meet, and the story of courage, connection, and change quietly begins to unfold. Seated quietly in her wheelchair, the young girl's gaze is locked on the flickering images of the TV screen. Nigerian dancers leap and spin across the stage, their movements alive with rhythm, energy, and raw passion. The warm glow from the screen bathes her face, illuminating her features and stirring a spark deep within her eyes. A spark of hope she hadn't felt in months. For a moment, her sadness softens, replaced by curiosity and longing. She imagines herself moving freely, laughing, and dancing without restraint. Each movement on screen resonates with her heart, as if whispering that joy is still possible. The rhythm calls to her spirit, reminding her that life, even when confined by circumstance, can still surprise. In the quiet of the room, amidst the muted sounds of the outside world, she leans closer to the screen, captivated, yearning, and quietly dreaming of the day her own feet might dance again. The SUV hums quietly as the young girl suddenly bursts into laughter, the first genuine sound of joy she's allowed herself in months. Her braided hair frames a face illuminated by golden sunlight filtering through the tinted windows, highlighting the sparkle in her eyes. Each laugh shakes her delicate frame, a release of pent-up sadness and longing. Outside, the boy's dance continues, every spin and leap echoing through her heart, reminding her of freedom, fun, and the simple magic of movement. For a fleeting moment, the walls of wealth and confinement around her vanish. She is transported to a place of pure happiness and lightness. The driver glances in the rearview, smiling softly at her radiant expression, while her father watches from the passenger seat, a mix of astonishment and relief on his face. In this golden glow, a connection sparks, not just with the boy, but with life itself, hinting that a new chapter, full of laughter and possibility, is just beginning. The billionaire's gaze fixes on his daughter, and for the first time in weeks, he sees a light in her eyes that had been missing. His face, usually composed and commanding, falters as shock and curiosity ripple across his features. Shadows play over the sharp lines of his face, highlighting the intensity of his reaction. Her laughter, warm and pure, fills the SUV, echoing in his mind. In that instant, he realizes the depth of what he has been missing, the moments of joy he cannot buy. Thoughts race through his mind. How long had he overlooked this simple happiness? What could a stranger's dance unlock in her heart? His mind is heavy with questions, yet a rare sense of hope creeps in. Perhaps amidst the wealth and the noise, a simple act, a small gesture, could change everything. And maybe, just maybe, his daughter's world was about to be transformed forever. The mansion gates swing open with a low, authoritative creak, and the boy hesitates at the threshold, his bare feet dusty and worn from the streets he calls home. The polished marble beyond gleams under the sunlight, pristine and cold, a stark contrast to the chaos and grit he left behind. Security guards stand tall, their eyes measuring him, while the SUV glides slowly forward, inviting him into a world unfamiliar and overwhelming. His heart pounds in rhythm with the distant splash of fountains, the soft shuffle of servants' feet, and the subtle echo of luxury that surrounds him. Every step he takes feels both daring and surreal, as if crossing from one reality into another. He glances at the SUV, then up at the towering mansion, a mixture of fear, awe, and curiosity flooding his senses. This moment is more than an invitation. It is the threshold to a story he never imagined, a chapter where courage, hope, and destiny collide. The boy steps onto the cool marble floor, barefoot, feeling each smooth tile beneath him as if entering a new world entirely. His eyes widen, taking in glittering chandeliers that hang like constellations above, gold-trimmed walls, and lavish decorations he has only dreamed of. Housemaids move gracefully in the background, whispering softly, their curiosity barely concealed as they glance at the dusty, barefoot stranger. Every reflection in the polished floors mirrors his awe. Every echo in the high-ceilinged hall heightens his sense of wonder. He hesitates, unsure if he belongs, yet the excitement of discovery tugs him forward. Each step, each glance, unfolds a story of contrast between his life of struggle and this realm of opulence. In that moment, he feels the fragile pulse of hope, realizing that even a boy from the streets can walk into a palace of possibilities, and that his journey is only beginning. The dining hall stretches wide, a grand table adorned with an array of vibrant Nigerian dishes, golden fried plantains, steaming bowls of pepper soup, and perfectly spiced jollof rice, each plate radiating warmth and flavor. The boy stands at the edge, barefoot and hesitant, his eyes wide with wonder and disbelief. He has never seen such abundance, never imagined that food could appear in such splendor. The aromas mingle with the polished wood and chandeliers, a sensory feast that overwhelms yet tempts him. Servants pause respectfully, watching silently as he takes cautious steps forward, unsure if he is allowed, unsure if this world is truly his to enter. Each dish seems to tell a story of care and tradition, yet the boy's heart races with memories of empty nights and hunger. In the golden glow of the room, he hesitates, caught between his past struggles and the unimaginable generosity now before him. This is more than a meal. It is the first tangible sign that his life could change, and that he may belong in this new chapter after all. The young girl leans forward in her wheelchair, her small hand lifted in a gentle, encouraging gesture. Her eyes sparkle with warmth, a quiet invitation that seems to erase the boy's doubts. The golden light from the chandelier bathes her face, highlighting her innocence and joy, making the room feel brighter, lighter, more alive. She smiles, a soft, sincere curve of lips that carries hope and trust. The boy hesitates, glancing at her, then at the lavish spread before him, feeling an unfamiliar mix of awe, nervousness, and gratitude. In that moment, her gesture is more than encouragement. It is a bridge between two worlds, a silent promise that he is welcome, and that this moment of kindness can change the course of his life. Every flicker of candlelight, every subtle shadow, seems to echo her invitation, turning a simple act of sharing food into a profound connection that touches both their hearts. The mansion courtyard glows under the soft light of dim lanterns, casting warm reflections across the polished marble. The boy spins and leaps, barefoot, his movements full of energy and joy that defies the wealth and silence around him. Each step kicks up faint clouds of dust, blending the grit of the streets with the elegance of the mansion. From her wheelchair, the young girl claps happily, her laughter ringing through the night, a melody that matches the rhythm of his dance. For the first time, the two worlds, opulence and hardship, confinement and freedom, seem to merge in harmony. The boy's heart beats with pride and exhilaration, while the girl's eyes shine with delight. Every movement, every glance, tells a story of courage, hope, and connection. In this magical courtyard, boundaries fade, and life feels alive with possibility. Tonight, a simple dance has become a bridge, linking two lives in an unforgettable moment of shared joy. Leaning against the cool marble pillar, the billionaire's eyes never leave the boy as he dances in the courtyard. His usually composed face twists into a mixture of suspicion, curiosity, and something he cannot quite name. Every spin and leap of the boy is a challenge to the quiet order of his mansion. Yet he cannot look away. Shadows of the lanterns flicker across his sharp features, emphasizing the conflict brewing within. He wonders who this child is, why he dares to move so freely, and why, despite his dusty clothes and humble origins, there is a raw confidence that commands attention. The girl's clapping and laughter reach his ears, a reminder of innocence and joy that his wealth cannot conjure. For a moment, the walls of control and power feel fragile, as he confronts the undeniable truth that life, courage, and spirit often defy even the strictest rules of society. He exhales slowly, caught between admiration and unease, realizing that this dance may change more than the boy. It may challenge the very order of his world. In the golden afternoon light filtering through swaying palm trees, the boy patiently guides the girl's hands, showing her simple dance movements. She laughs freely, a sound so pure it fills the courtyard, washing away weeks of sadness. Her small hands mimic his motions, faltering at first, then gaining confidence with each step. The warmth of the sun touches their skin, highlighting the bond forming between them. A connection beyond words, born from trust, patience, and shared joy. Around them, the mansion seems to pause. Even the servants stop briefly, watching quietly as two worlds meet in harmony. The boy's grin widens as he sees her laughing, understanding that this simple act of teaching has unlocked something deeper. A spark of courage, of freedom, and of hope that had long been hidden. In this soft light, laughter, and movement, the courtyard becomes a sanctuary where differences fade and hearts connect, marking the beginning of a friendship that will change both their lives forever. Alone in his dimly lit study, the billionaire sits back in his chair, shadows dancing across his face as the room hums with quiet tension. His mind races, pondering the boy who has brought such unexpected laughter and light to his daughter. Who is this child? What right does he have to reach her heart so effortlessly? Wealth, status, and influence cannot command the innocence and joy now blooming in her eyes. Every flicker of candlelight, every line of the polished desk, seems to echo his inner conflict. Should he intervene or allow this connection to flourish? The study feels heavy with unspoken questions and emotional suspense, as he contemplates a choice that could alter not just his daughter's life, but the boy's future as well. Silence envelopes him. Yet within it, a quiet hope stirs, hinting that destiny often chooses the unexpected. The grand hall glimmers with golden lights that cascade over red velvet curtains, illuminating the faces of an eager, well-dressed audience. Nigerian men in agbadas and women in vibrant Ankara gowns chatter softly, anticipation buzzing in the air. Every detail exudes cinematic grandeur. The polished floors reflecting the dazzling lights, the ornate chandeliers hanging like stars above, and the rich textures of the decor creating a sense of opulence. Guests glance at one another with smiles and quiet murmurs, awaiting the event that promises excitement, talent, and spectacle. The boy, standing nervously behind the stage curtain, feels his heart race with a mix of fear and exhilaration. For him, this hall represents a world so distant from his barefoot days in the dusty streets of Lagos. Yet every shimmer of gold, every admiring glance from the audience, tells him that tonight could be the moment where talent, courage, and opportunity converge, and life as he knows it might change forever. The young girl is slowly rolled to the center of the grand stage, her wheelchair gliding over the polished floor as a single spotlight illuminates her delicate frame. The audience sits in hushed anticipation, their eyes fixed on her every movement. The golden light casts a soft glow on her face, highlighting both nervousness and wonder. She inhales deeply, feeling the weight of countless eyes upon her, yet also sensing the presence of the boy nearby, whose encouragement lingers in her mind. The silence is almost tangible, a suspenseful pause that stretches the air between heartbeats. Every rustle, every shifting glance from the audience adds to the tension. In this cinematic moment, the stage transforms from a simple platform into a bridge between fear and courage, doubt and hope. The spotlight is not just on her body, but on the resilience and spirit that will guide her through the performance and into the hearts of everyone watching. The boy steps onto the stage barefoot, the polished floor cold beneath his worn feet. Beside the girl, he feels the weight of the moment, the audience's gaze, the grandeur of the hall, and the silence that hums with anticipation. His heart pounds wildly, yet a quiet determination shines in his eyes, a fire that refuses to be dimmed. The dark background swallows everything else, while the spotlight captures the courage etched into his every movement. He takes a careful breath, glancing at the girl's encouraging smile, drawing strength from her trust. Each step forward is a statement, a bridge from the dusty streets of Lagos to this magnificent stage. In that instant, fear, hope, and resolve intertwine. The boy is no longer just a child from the streets. He is a young performer, ready to share his talent, his spirit, and his story with the world, letting the spotlight illuminate not just his dance, but the resilience that has brought him here. The moment erupts as the boy spins and leaps, energy radiating from every movement, dust curling up beneath his bare feet. The girl claps along rhythmically, her laughter mixing with the music of his performance, a pure celebration of life and courage. The audience begins to stir, faces lighting up with emotion. Some gasping, others smiling, captivated by the raw passion before them. Each spin tells a story of struggle, resilience, and hope, bridging the gap between the streets and this grand stage. The boy's movements are not just dance. They are an expression of freedom, defiance, and the unstoppable human spirit. The spotlight follows him, illuminating the intensity of his rhythm, while the mansion's grandeur fades into the background, replaced by the universal language of heart and soul. Every clap, every cheer, every tear marks the transformation of a simple performance into a moment that will linger in hearts forever, uniting performer and audience in shared awe and inspiration. Sitting in the front row, the billionaire leans forward slightly, his eyes wide with disbelief as he watches the boy's performance. His hand rises instinctively to cover his mouth, a futile attempt to hold back the emotions swelling inside him. The soft spotlight glints off his eyes, reflecting both tears and awe, capturing a rare vulnerability behind his usual composed facade. Every spin, jump, and rhythmic beat resonates deep within him, stirring memories, regrets, and unspoken hopes. He realizes that his daughter's laughter, her joy, and her connection with the boy are priceless gifts that no wealth could create. Around him, the audience is captivated, yet his attention is singular, focused entirely on the moment where courage, talent, and heart converge. In that quiet, emotional instant, he understands that some of the most profound lessons in life come from the simplest acts of kindness, resilience, and human connection. The entire hall rises as one, a wave of applause and cheers filling the grand space. Faces glisten with tears of admiration and joy, while vibrant Nigerian attire reflects the stage lights, creating a dazzling mosaic of color and emotion. The sound is overwhelming, claps, whistles, and heartfelt cheers echoing off the polished walls. The boy's dance has transcended performance. It has touched souls, bridging differences and sparking hope. The young girl in her wheelchair laughs and claps, tears of happiness streaming down her cheeks. Even the billionaire, seated at the front, cannot hide the pride and amazement in his eyes. In this cinematic moment, the hall vibrates with a shared understanding. Courage, talent, and sincerity can inspire and unite beyond wealth, status, and background. The standing ovation is not just for a performance. It is a celebration of spirit, resilience, and the human heart at its purest. The young girl's laughter rings out, pure and unrestrained, filling the hall with an infectious energy. Her hands clap in rhythm, small but determined, as her eyes sparkle with a brilliance that had long been absent. Every giggle, every motion captures a freedom she has rarely felt, a release from months of sadness and confinement. The golden stage lights dance on her face, highlighting the joy and life radiating from within her. Around her, the audience is captivated, their hearts drawn to the sincerity and exuberance of her expression. In this cinematic moment, she is not just a spectator or a child in a wheelchair. She is the embodiment of hope, innocence, and pure happiness. Every person watching feels the warmth of her joy, reminded of the transformative power of laughter, connection, and the human spirit. This is a moment that transcends words, where emotion and heart take center stage, leaving an indelible mark on everyone present. Kneeling on the stage, the boy gasps for breath, his chest rising and falling with exertion. Sweat drips down his face, glinting under the bright spotlight, each drop a testament to effort, courage, and unwavering determination. Behind him, the audience erupts in a thunderous cheer, clapping and shouting, their emotions raw and contagious. The echoes of their applause resonate through the hall, amplifying the intensity of the moment. Though exhausted, pride radiates from every line of his body. He has conquered fear, defied expectations, and poured his heart into this performance. This is more than a dance. It is the culmination of struggle, hope, and unspoken dreams, a triumph that leaves every onlooker moved, inspired, and in awe. In this epic, emotional climax, the boy's spirit shines brighter than the stage lights themselves, leaving a lasting imprint on every soul present. The billionaire rushes onto the stage, his steps quick yet deliberate, and wraps his arms around his daughter in a tight, heartfelt embrace. Her laughter and relief mix with tears, a perfect release of months of worry and sadness. Beside them, the boy stands shyly, barefoot and humble, yet a small, proud smile lights his face. The audience erupts in applause, the sound echoing like waves of joy and celebration, filling the grand hall with warmth. Every detail, the girl's beaming eyes, the father's protective hold, the boy's quiet pride, combines into a cinematic moment of raw emotion and connection. In that embrace, boundaries fade and hearts open, symbolizing love, acceptance, and the transformative power of courage and kindness. The stage, once a platform for performance, now becomes a sanctuary of human connection, leaving every witness profoundly moved and inspired. Her face glows with a radiance that outshines even the luxurious surroundings of the mansion. Warm light kisses her cheeks, highlighting the pure joy that dances in her eyes. Each smile is unrestrained, heartfelt, and luminous, a reflection of the hope and happiness that have returned to her life. The opulence of chandeliers, gold trims, and polished marble seems to fade behind her vibrant expression, as if the true wealth lies in the laughter and spirit she now radiates. Around her, the world pauses for a fleeting moment to witness this innocence and delight, reminding everyone that joy cannot be measured by riches, only by the light it brings to the heart. In this intimate cinematic moment, her happiness becomes infectious, leaving every onlooker inspired, touched, and profoundly moved by the simple, undeniable power of a child's radiant smile. The boy stands in the grand hall, now dressed in crisp, clean clothes that shimmer subtly under the warm mansion lighting. His eyes widen as he takes in his reflection, disbelief and emotion mixing in the tears welling up. Each fold of the fabric, each polished shoe, feels foreign yet empowering, a tangible symbol of the generosity and care he never expected. Behind him, the opulent surroundings, the marble floors, golden chandeliers and polished walls, accentuate the stark contrast with the life he left behind on the streets. His hands tremble slightly as he touches the soft fabric, realizing that someone saw his worth and gifted him not just clothing, but dignity and hope. In this cinematic moment, the boy's simple act of wearing new clothes becomes a transformative experience, a bridge between past struggles and a brighter future filled with opportunity, respect, and the possibility of dreams coming true. In the golden glow of the evening sky, the billionaire places a firm yet gentle hand on the boy's shoulder, a gesture that carries respect, appreciation, and newfound warmth. His usually stern face softens, lines of authority giving way to genuine gratitude as he meets the boy's eyes. The mansion courtyard, bathed in the fading sunlight, seems to embrace the moment, the golden hues reflecting off polished marble and lush greenery. The boy, still barefoot but standing tall, feels a mix of pride, humility, and wonder. This simple touch transcends words, symbolizing acknowledgement of courage, talent, and heart. Around them, the quiet grandeur of the mansion fades, leaving only the human connection forged through honesty, bravery, and selfless joy. In this cinematic moment, gratitude bridges worlds, teaching that respect and kindness can transform both giver and receiver in ways that wealth alone never could. Bathed in the soft afternoon light filtering through swaying palm trees, the daughter mimics the boy's dance movements with delight, her hands moving gracefully from her wheelchair. Each motion, though small, radiates joy and newfound confidence, her laughter harmonizing with the rhythm of his energetic steps. The boy dances beside her, barefoot and exuberant, guiding her patiently while sharing smiles that speak of connection, trust, and encouragement. Around them, the courtyard feels alive, the golden sun casting hopeful shadows on polished marble and lush greenery. This simple practice transforms into a symbol of resilience and shared dreams, blending their worlds into one. Every gesture tells a story of courage, patience, and the magic of unexpected friendship. In this cinematic, heartwarming moment, hope and happiness shine brighter than ever, reminding everyone that joy is nurtured through care, teaching, and the power of togetherness. The mansion garden glows under a canopy of twinkling fairy lights, casting a magical warmth over the gathering. Laughter fills the air as servants, the daughter, and the boy share food and stories, a joyful tapestry of human connection and celebration. Plates of vibrant Nigerian dishes pass from hand to hand, while children run around, their giggles echoing softly against the manicured greenery. The daughter's wheelchair is at the center, her eyes sparkling as she joins in the merriment, and the boy smiles proudly, grateful for this unexpected sense of belonging. Every gesture, the clinking of cutlery, the whispered jokes, the shared glances, creates an atmosphere of genuine camaraderie and warmth. In this cinematic, heartwarming moment, wealth fades into the background, replaced by laughter, care, and the profound joy of togetherness, where love, kindness, and shared happiness illuminate the night more brightly than any golden chandelier ever could. Standing alone on his balcony, the billionaire gazes at the sprawling Lagos skyline, the city lights flickering like stars against the twilight. A soft smile graces his face as realization and humility fill his eyes, emotions rarely seen beneath his stern exterior. The bustling city below seems quieter, almost reflective of the transformation within him. He thinks of the boy's courage, his daughter's laughter, and the unexpected bond that has touched all their lives. Wealth and power fade into insignificance compared to the profound lessons of kindness, trust, and human connection he has witnessed. The cinematic glow of the evening casts gentle shadows across his features, emphasizing this moment of introspection. Alone yet fulfilled, he feels a rare peace, knowing that generosity and empathy have reshaped not only the lives of those he cares about, but also his own heart. Under the gentle embrace of a sprawling tree, the boy and girl sit side by side in the garden, their laughter mingling with the soft whispers of the evening breeze. The sky above glows with subtle hues of dusk, painting a tranquil backdrop that mirrors the warmth between them. Every giggle and shared glance embodies hope, unity, and the kindness that has transformed their lives. The garden, once just a part of a mansion, now feels alive with memories of courage, generosity, and friendship. In this cinematic closure, the simplicity of two souls finding joy in each other's company teaches a profound lesson. That true wealth lies in connection, compassion, and the light we bring to one another's hearts. Their laughter drifts into the evening, a lasting symbol of a journey from struggle to love, leaving viewers with a heart full of inspiration and warmth.